Hiya, I'm Lizzy. I'm the new EA, and today we're going to be doing a basic running stitch, and over the series we'll just be doing a few repair jobs that are really simple. Nothing has to be too neat, it's about just being able to wear stuff and fix it. So I generally go for just an average size needle for a run stitch. So if you're just practicing, it might be good for you to draw a line. This is a nice little pen that just washes off with a bit of water. So with your thread, I'm using a nice bright one so you can see it, but I've got just a normal like mixed size needle. You might find that the end of the thread is a bit fluffy, so you'll need to cut it because you probably won't be able to thread it. So just snip the end off, thread it through, which is not that easy if you're not wearing your glasses. And then one tip is have the thread about as long as your arm, or just a bit shorter than your arm, because then it's less likely to get knotted up. And if you do double, it's basically like cutting your time in half. So put a little knot at the end. You can just do that by threading it through the loop. I normally do 2 just because I'm quite heavy-handed, so it pulls through. And then if this is the side of your fabric that's like your good side, start on the bottom and just push it through, and then just sew in a straight line. So try and make them as even as possible. I normally just do a mini thread coming through so that the stitches are all the same size, but on your other side you won't see as much thread. This is quite handy if you're doing your hem, because if you sew it, you'd have your knot on this side, but you can just see like a little, this is called like a pick stitch, I think. So you just see like pick up a little bit of thread on the other side. And see, you've now got 2 lines of thread, so it's like you've done 2 stitches in each one. So from the top, go in, and then you'll see on the other side the needle comes through, and then just push it through like that. And if you've gone too far or it looks a bit messy, you can always just pull it back out and do it again. And if you are just practicing on the line, you'll see that you'll get neater. You might occasionally just stab yourself in the finger a little bit, but it won't hurt that much. So in and then up and just pull it through. Occasionally you'll need to just straighten your thread again because you might get a little twist in it. If you get a little twist in it, it just knots a bit more. This is through 2 layers of fabric, so it'll give you a feel of like what sewing, what repairs feel like. So this is like the basic stitch for everything. So if you did a sewing machine, if you used a sewing machine, it's doing this stitch but on a neater, faster way. But it's a basic stitch for most things. It's not very good on stretch fabrics because it'll snap, but it's the strongest stitch that you can get. So like a t-shirt, if you're sewing a t-shirt, you can just make a repair, but normally you'll notice if you look inside they've got a different type of stitch on them. You can see there that it's got a little knot that's coming through. If you just stick the needle underneath it and pull it back out, and then pull all your thread back through, you'll just get rid of it. So then if I do a couple more stitches here, it'll be finished. This one may be a bit messy, but if you put your needle through, when you come to finish it, pull it through so it's all neat on one side. On your back, just go to your last stitch that you did there and put your needle underneath it. And as you're coming through, you'll get this little loop, and run your needle back underneath it. And just pull it like that and you'll get a knot. Another little one just to make sure it's secure, because sometimes they do come undone. That's just got a little loop, but it doesn't really matter because it's on the reverse of your fabric, so you won't see it. So you've got a little running stitch. And then just use your scissors. There paper to just snip it. I've got these little fancy scissors, but you can use anything. I have been known to use my kitchen ones.